Did it start to, like, when did the fake booties start coming around, and how did that affect you mentally as somebody who was sort of born with that?
When did they start coming around?
Shout out Buffy the Body.
Okay.
That was my first memory of it.
I had a magazine. I think it was like a show magazine with
Or was
her.
it a Straight Stunting magazine, courtesy of Kay Slay?
Maybe, but I think she was in the show magazines too. Like magazines have been kind of.
But she had a real ass, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think she's also in the Taschen book. I'm in the Big Butt book of Big Butt book of Taschen, and I think she's in it in the middle part of it as well. On the cover of that book.
Wow.
Art pieces.
But around them was when all the fake booties started popping out, all this new technology.
Yeah, like the whole like video vixen, things like that. Like that, I feel like it was more attributes were definitely enhanced. For me, to each his own. I didn't have to pay for it. It just happened that way. Right. I mean, I respect the same way with like girls with, getting fake tits. If it makes you happy, then go ahead. I think that people get a little outrageous with it when it's like, they're putting foreign objects and substances in their bodies.
Well, all the girls who are dying because they got cement mixed in their ass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like things like that, like you're putting something inside your body. So like that part, I would say, not to do, and have like a hesitation on all of those things. But again, this day and age, people, it's your right. If it's your body, if you would feel comfortable and you want to make your ass fucking as huge as it is, and fucking so be it.
I mean, girls get fat transfers. Fat transfers now is like, girl, just do it once a year. No big deal. But when it used to be a big implant in their ass, like most girls I know who have that from back in the day now have it taken out.
Yeah, that was like, now it's definitely the thing, like you said, I think it's like BBL or something like that they do, like the whole fat transfer thing.
Fuck it out the stomach, put it in the ass. I've thought about doing it myself.
Hey, why not? If it works for you.
I want to be thick.
Thick thighs saves lives.
2 C's. Yeah, but okay, so that sort of came out. Did you get chased down for a lot of like video vixen opportunities? I know you actually did the Juicy J video.
I did Bandz to Make Her Dance.
But was there a lot of options, or was there a lot of attention like that? Because now you see somebody like a young Dolph who is literally like breaking Instagram models in his videos. Like that's kind of like their first thing that they've done, like on a more mainstream level, is they, have like a new Instagram girl that you've never seen in a music video before. It's kind of.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I haven't really had I wanted to be selective about the music videos that I did because I wanted it to be like a big thing, not just like every like a background girl or this or that, whatever.
It can become very corny very fast.
Yeah, and I kind of have my own brand, so I'm really selective of the projects that I like to do and be like that. So when Bandz to Make Her Dance came out,
that's the one.
Whole thing, it was a fun project to do.
Perfect opportunity, classic song.
Yeah,
still hear it all the time.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So after that, I was like, I can't, I started so high, I can't like fall off and do something like mediocre.
How was Juicy J though? You get to talk to him a lot?
He was a little nervous. I feel like I was told that he refused to do a scene with me because he wanted to keep focused on work. Because I danced in like, it was at a strip club. So I was like doing a whole like couch dance. So I ended up just doing it solo. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. He was a little afraid of me. Project Pat was a lot of fun.
Really?
2 Chainz was there. He was really nice, respectful. Lil Wayne wasn't there.
Really? So
that was a shame. I wish I would have met him.
Would you say that for the most part, that sort of stereotype of rappers being super disrespectful to women, is that from your experience not really the case?
I've never had that. I think it's just with any celebrity of sorts. With men, sometimes I think that maybe that they can get any woman they want, but I feel like no one's never been to me like disrespectful. I think it's just maybe a choice of words of how your conversation may go or how they attempt to get your attention.
Right.
But I've never had anybody be totally out of pocket or be disrespectful to me.
That's good. I mean, it's about how you
But even like I said,
too.
like with Juicy J, like it wasn't him being disrespectful. I respect he's in his craft. He's doing a video. He's doing whatever. And if that was again the case, or maybe they just didn't have time for that scene, who knows? But it wasn't disrespectful.
If Juicy J gets a throbbing boner in the middle of the video shoot, it's bad for business.
We might shut down the whole thing in a strip club. You never know. Yeah. So I mean, again, respectful. It wasn't anything. It wasn't like, oh, fuck this bitch, nothing like that at all. So like I said, it could have been true or not.
I mean, some rappers, I'm not saying this about Juicy J, I have no idea, but some rappers, they're sort of like, they're tied to this like ratchet image to a certain extent. And some of them do have wives back at home that maybe are cool with them having a video in a strip club, but they don't want the girl actually on his fucking lap. We don't know. Because if Juicy J was happily married, we probably would not know. It would be smart business-wise for him to keep that hush-hush.
Yes, because you want to seem to be, obtainable to everybody. And I respect that. Everybody has their own rules. rules, and to each his own. I still got paid. I was still in the video. I had a fun time doing it. It was a lot of fun. We went to Atlanta, shot it.
I know a lot of OnlyFans girls who are acting like they don't have a boyfriend, and they got a boyfriend.
Their boyfriend's filming.
Yes.
And taking that percentage.
For real. Like I've literally been sitting here doing an interview with a girl, her telling me like, yeah, I'm not in a relationship. I just like to have fun. I like to just fuck guys, whatever. And then as soon as the interview ends, there's a guy sitting on the couch and he's just like, yeah, I'm her husband. We have 2 kids. I'm like, oh, all right.
Lies, deception.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Well, mine is the truth. I do not have a husband. I have an ex-husband, thank God. And no boyfriends, no nothing.
Really?
No girlfriends.
Is that like, where do you think, like how high does that seem on the importance scale for you to actually get into a relationship
To
at this
me,
point?
I'm more focused on work. I'm more focused on my podcast and trying to get that to the next level. And yeah, to me, if it happens, it happens, you know, and I'm very about like energy and organicness, and like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not going to force anything. Like I said, I have a lot of big walls. I know I have some, you know, things to chip down myself. So it's, you know, I think it's a lot of self-work as well, but.
So you're not in some rush to pump a kid out?
Not at all.
Oh.
You know, I'm 34 and happily 34, and I don't have any children. Not saying I don't want any, but I don't think it's my time yet, and I don't want to be a baby mama. I want to be, you know, be in a committed relationship and with the person that I choose to do that, if that's the case.
What are these walls all about? Like if one were to date you, what is going to be like what is it? Do you have just a hard time letting people in?
I think that's the case. But once you've dated me, I don't have these walls up because now you've already knocked down that whole barrier. I think that the walls, what I say is just even the approach to speak to me. Because people always say like, you're so intimidating. Oh, you have a great resting bitch face. I'm like, yeah, because I talk to people all day long. It doesn't mean that I don't like people, but if you want to talk to me in an appropriate manner, then get to know me, then I'm all fucking for it. So let's do it. But yeah, so more or less for that, I don't have these huge walls, but just because I feel like I shouldn't have to talk to you. I feel like it's like a mutual thing.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like nowadays it feels like it's so like it would be so hard for a guy to just walk up to you and start a conversation at Subway.
But I think that
Not
it's
that
all
you
in
go to Subway.
but I think it's context, you know what I mean? Like I was just at an event the other day, and I think like how, like I said, the dating thing is so crazy. The guy just like walked up to this girl and handed him his phone and was like, hey, put your number in there. And I'm like, she's like, okay. I'm like, this is how people do this. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm not giving you my number.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not
knowing nothing about you.
Which you have to put in some work. And I'm not saying you have to fucking do back bends and sit-ups.
Yeah.
but
it's crazy because nowadays the way that we communicate with each other, it seems like hitting somebody up on the internet is so much more almost appropriate to the way that we communicate with each other. Because all right, think about it. If I were single and I met a girl, I'm never gonna call her randomly. Because you're scared that they're going to be so doing their own personal thing.
They'll FaceTime you. And I think that's so evasive. Like this new generation likes to FaceTime everybody. And I feel like it's good for certain things, but I feel like you got to either give me a heads up, or like, it's a little bit more like, you getting to know someone. Because I do say that it does help getting to know someone a little bit better if you're out of state or something like that. But right off the bat, like I've had people, I just won't answer. And then they'll call me and then I'll answer.
Me FaceTiming you randomly is like me just showing up at your crib.
Exactly.
It's like weird, like abusive shit.
I need to notice. Like you
I
can't
gotta do my hair.
Exactly, especially for a girl.
But see, that's the thing I like. And I feel like that is what I have learned from rappers in large part is FaceTime a motherfucker, because it's so direct and confrontational. It's so like just straight up like, yo, what's up? How you doing? It's like you can't do the thing where you text somebody and they don't respond to you for 2 days.
So
and then
that's
they
what
hit
I'm
you
doing
back.
wrong. I should just start FaceTiming people. Got it.
There's some value to it. Like, you know, okay, there's a lot of value in, I think, like face-to-face meetings. Like if we were going to do some business deal together, yes, we could email about it all the time. Yes, we could text about it, but it just feels like there's something more personal if we actually bother to meet up with each other.
I could understand that. But that's, again, you've already like not first meeting someone, you're doing a business thing with them. It's not like you're just like, hey, getting to know someone like the first time that I just gave you my phone. I'm like, hey, I'm going to call you from the car. No, thank you. I'm not answering. Or I'm going to call you with 20 of my friends so I can show up. No, thank you.
Oh, no.
That's happened to me a lot. And that to me is like,
God.
and that's when I know, oh, red flag, you want to fuck Alexis, Texas. Go to my OnlyFans. Thank you.
Oh, that's so lame. Well, but the main thing that really fucks you up is when you get a FaceTime from somebody and it just becomes insanely obvious that your pace that you're moving at in your life is nothing like the pace that the person who's hitting you up is. Because somebody hit me up and be like, what you doing? What you doing later?
Like they have nothing to say while they're FaceTiming you?
Just chilling. And I'm like, bro, I got like 5 fucking meetings today. I don't have like 20 minutes to hang out on the phone. I don't have 20 minutes to do anything. Like I have 20 minutes that I'm gonna have to eat lunch later, and that's the most chill part of my day.
Yeah, I have some friends like that I won't answer because I know it's going to be like a 20-minute phone call.
But
I'm like,
and
no time.
they don't understand where you're coming from because they're from Texas or whatever, and like life is very slow there in comparison to out here.
It is very slow out here, but I don't think that nobody understands, especially even people in California. I feel like even though it's the fast pace of life, it depends on what kind of field you're in as well.
This is true.
And some people are just busier than others.
Yeah, and some people just got nothing going on.
True.
If you got a packed schedule, it's hard to relate to somebody that's just doing absolutely nothing. Anyway, what else you got going on? You're working on the podcast. What are the other things that occupy your time on a day to day?
Nothing really. I feel like the podcast has taken over my life.
Wow.
You should come on Private Talk and be a guest.
Let's go. I'm bringing my girl.
I like it. We'll have a duo. I like that. We talk about couple stuff, single stuff, all kinds of things. It'll be a lot of fun.
Wow.
That my OnlyFans as well. Like I keep doing that because of my brand. Like just because I've done the podcast and I'm not shooting anymore, I'm still very much into the Alexis, Texas and my brand, and elevating that as well. But that's really about it. Don't really have time for anything else. We just finished AVN. We was out there for a week.
How was that?
It was chaotic. It was crazy, but a lot of fun because it's my last AVN.
You're never going back.
For me, like I said, I haven't shot in 4 years, and it's kind of, there's no need for me to go back. I love seeing my fans and things like that, but I do Exotica conventions throughout the year. So
but Exotica is very different, like vibe-wise, according to my girl at least.
Yes and no. I feel like at one point it used to be very highly different than AVN. And AVN, it is still different because it's on a larger scale, and at the end it's an award show. It's on Showtime, and it's all those things like that. But on the Exotica level, it's still a convention. I feel like it's more to the consumer and your fans. So for me, I sell my merchandise. I sell pictures. I have a Team Texas booth out there that I host a twerk contest at all the Exoticas. So yeah, I like that more. And for me, it's just better to do those, and we do 4 a year. So I feel like for me, that's the best place to come and find me and do like a meet and greet and things like that.
Are you not going to be able to win a fan favorite ass if you stop going? Because you've won like 8 years in a row or some shit, right?
I did win 3 years in a row. Bella Danger actually
she wins
just
now.
won. Yeah, so I feel like she's
very different type of ass.
It is very different type of ass, but there's different types of booties we talked about earlier.
True.
So I feel like it's again with like evolving, there has to be a new winner sometime. I can't win it every year. So, she has a nice ass, and I think that she's gratefully, deserving of the title as well. But I don't know if it's definitely like it can never be winning it again. I think that the only way I would really go back is like if I was in the Hall of Fame, I'd go back for the awards. But for the actual convention itself, I'm just gonna stick to doing the Exoticas.
Do you feel like the girls vibe you because you're not shooting anymore? Like you think you're better than them or something?
I don't know, because I'm not really around them like that.
You don't really give a shit either way, right?
I don't think I'm better than anybody. I put my pants on every single day, just like everybody else. And if you want to talk to me in the same way and be respectful, then I'm all for it. But if someone wants to be disrespectful, then I can be disrespectful just as much. But it never really goes that way. I feel like people are really respectful to me in the business. I've never given off exuded that kind of like arrogance or anything like that. So I feel like I'm pretty easy to talk to once those walls are down.
Right. Let me ask you this, and we're near the end of this, but Stormy Daniels told me that she had a guy wait in line for her meet and greet, and then right when it was time to take the photo, he just ducked his head down and just licked her armpit from bottom to the top.
That's intense.
She told me that was like probably the worst / creepiest thing that ever happened at a meet and greet. You got anything close to that?
That's kind of creepy.
I want to know this dude that just wants this armpit taste in his mouth.
You'd be surprised. There's lots of fetish weird things that, people enjoy. That it's different strokes for different folks. For me, I don't know. Again, if it's because I give this intimidating look or people like don't really know, but I've had people kind of grab my ass or like do things like that. But I always say like, if I put your hands there, then it's okay. But if you're not, then, I've definitely slapped a person a time or two. I learned a trick from this girl, Rebecca Linares, from a long time ago. She was like, oh, they want to touch your ass. She's like, just take their finger and twist their finger. She's like, because they want a picture and they're going to smile still. She's like, but they'll learn. They'll never touch you again. I said, oh, okay, good. So you got to like scare people a little bit. If you don't let them know once, then that they're going to keep on doing it.
Twist the fingers.
Twist it.
That's a good note right there.
Gotta let them know. You can't always, can't put the hands on the goods.
Yeah, that's a fact. Damn. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming through and giving us some of your time. It's been very fascinating.
Thank you for having me. You definitely have to come and bring your girl on Private Talk podcast.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right.
Alexis, Texas. Appreciate you. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Like, comment, subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want support.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow me at White Girl Politicking. And if you like this clip, make sure you check out the full interview.